So we have to do the review of the newspapers, and I have the Daily Graphic. So we go straight to the Daily Graphic. It has an interesting story there about a policeman, 3 others arrested for armed robbery. And the story is on page 3. It reads, 4 suspected armed robbers, including a policeman, apparently have been arrested or busted after they attacked and robbed a supermarket at Nungwa in Accra last Tuesday night. While 3 of the alleged robbers were arrested at the police snap checkpoint in the abattoir area, the policeman identified as Corporal Raymond Amagashi of the Tema Police Special Weapons and Tactics Unit, known as SWAT, was arrested at Chopoli Barrier when he was on his way to the Volta region at 7 a.m. At the time of his arrest, he was in a pair of police trousers and boots and a civilian shirt. He later led the police to retrieve 2 AK-47 assault rifles and some of the cash stolen from the Asante supermarket near the Agricultural Development Bank at Nungwa. That is perfect reporting, proper description. But let's go on and read some other stories on the front page of the Daily Graphic. It says, minority tight government over moves to snag Dr. Isiama. We'll discuss this on EM Talk this morning, and we know the minority had been, I don't know, up in arms or extremely concerned about what they feel, perceived discrimination against the second deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. It says the minority in parliament has criticized government's purported decision to pay off the second deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama. It said the intended removal of Dr. Isiama coming on the heels of the forceful resignation of the immediate past governor, Dr. Nashiru Isahaku, would undermine the independence of the Bank of Ghana and, according to the minority, send wrong signals to the International Monetary Fund and the international business and investor community. In separate interviews with the Daily Graphic, the minority leader, Haruna Idrisu, the minority chief whip, Alhaji Muhammad Mubarak Muntanka, and the ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, said the over-politicization of public institutions would destroy and ultimately weaken those institutions in the process. Well, what do you think about it? Please get interactive. Let us know on Facebook, JoyNews on TV, what you think about the concerns of the minority, if there are concerns at all, and then other stories that we started reviewing on the front page of the newspapers and what we've already shown you so far on the AM show. And also on the front page of the Daily Graphic, we have Akachi retirees protest poor SNIT pensions. Yeah, over the weekend I got a report from a friend's mom who was saying that what she was paid, now she be big woman. I mean, what she was paid, and she looks at her basic at the time and the deductions for a long period of time she was in work, and what she was entitled was terrible. Now what she's paid, you can't even fathom. So it's on page 16 of the paper. We'll talk about it. It says some pensioners in the southern part of the Volta region yesterday embarked on a peaceful protest to demand a better pension package from the Social Security and National Insurance Trust NIT. And the aggrieved pensioners, wearing red armbands and carrying placards, marched through the street of Akachi before presenting a petition to President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo through the Akachi South District Chief Executive, Leo Nelson Ajidoga. Okay. Now we have that story, all these stories on the front page, but let's go to the back page of the Daily Graphic. It has on the back page, work on mother and baby units at the Comfort Anoche Teaching Hospital nears completion. All this initiative of JoyNews and Sir Kwame Boateng's first of okay, so on the back page of the Daily Graphic, it reads, work on mother and baby unit at Comfort Anoche Teaching Hospital nears completion. But we know that I think virtually the project is completed. We brought you that this morning so we can authenticate. Of course, we are the generators. We are the foundation. So we know everything. Daily Graphic, Sido, carriers of the news. We are authentic. So we can tell you better, you know. All right. And then we have other stories there. But let's go to the Ghanaian Times newspaper. And on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, tension is high in Bimbela, apparently, as gunmen keep, worrying women and killing a woman in the process, injuring a girl. And then also we have the story on page 17 stating how this is a serious security concern for not only residents but also adjoining communities of Bimbilla. We have gunmen also terrorizing farmers at Domiabra. Domiabra, if you love me, come. A cop and 3 others grabbed for armed robbery is also there. But the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. He's a recipient of an honorary doctorate degree from the University of Liberia. Mame, how are you? If you're watching us from Monrovia, good morning. Okay. So you have a picture there on the center spread of the president being decorated by the president of the University of Liberia, Professor Ophelia Weeks. That's right. And tension is high. And I identified gunman on Tuesday shot and killed a woman and wounded a daughter of the woman in the process in Bimbilla in the northern region. You have a picture also in the center spread of Salifu Said, who is the northern regional minister. I hope that we can have the tension doused in the area. But let's go to the back page of the Ghanaian Times. Protect interests of miners. GAWU urges government. And the Ghana Mine Workers Union has asked government to examine the laws governing mining operations in the country to protect the interests of workers. AMA launches 5-year action plan to safeguard pedestrians. Abaye. They've launched Abaye plan. Boy, yeah. Now let's look at the Daily Guide. The Daily Guide has on the front page, Nana grabbed doctorate degree, sharp. It's from the University of Liberia, so that's authentic. And then we have NDC fight for EC boss, Dam Sule, Georgina. Daily Guide, I have Philly one more. Daily Guide, Philly one more off. You see how they tend it in. Yeah, so let me read for you. I love the Daily Graph. It's one of my best newspapers in Ghana, the Daily Guide. It says the opposition National Democratic Congress has gone haywire. Just pay attention to the words. The opposition National Democratic Congress has gone haywire following the activation of the processes that could lead to the impeachment of Charlotte Osei, chairperson of the Electoral Commission, and their 2 deputies. The NDC has suddenly risen to the defense of the EC boss at the expense of her 2 deputies who were roped into the EC's alleged scandal by Mrs. Charlotte Osei. Yeah, rough. So we have a cop leads robbery gang. German president commends Ghana. And we know he's been in the country, had been in the country, and so great interaction he had with the president of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who went to receive his doctorate in Liberia. But the president of Germany, the German president, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, has commended Ghana for the strides it has made over the years as an oasis of peace and stability. Kudos to us. Bimbilla, the gunshots there, but it's still peaceful. We have the Today newspaper. 1 killed in Bimbilla shooting. That's the Today newspaper. Police intercept car loaded with guns and ammunition. And then, so we have other stories on the front page as well. But let's go to the Business Finder newspaper. It has on the front page, pharmaceutical 660 megawatt deal sealed as German investors show confidence in economy. All right, front page of the Business Finder. Ghana's foreign reserves were being told also seem to be soaring. That's very good. And $50 million needed for public sector reform. Senior minister, you should acquire the money quickly so that you can help make some of those interventions as well. That's a compliment to make Ghana fruitful, you know. And you're bad, sir. So we have, let's see if we can do the last paper. Okay, 2 more. We have the Daily Dispatch newspaper. It has on the front page, Kufuor hits back at Rawlings for insulting him, Mills and Mahama. J.J. Rawlings is unsympathetic. And the story is on the back page of the paper. It says that Former President John Kufuor has responded to allegations leveled against him by former President Jerry John Rawlings that he demeaned the legacy of Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, during his reign. Ex-President Jerry John Rawlings slammed ex-President J.A. Kufuor and his successors for demeaning the legacy of Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and his legacy by desecrating his graveyard. I think this goes on and on, you know. But he said this at an event where, you know, the family of the late Kwadwo Asare Champon Kaba, who will be laid to rest this weekend, and the multimedia family went to him formally to inform him of the funeral and invite him for the interment. We have state-owned media estimate graphic board chairman. So all those. Now we just have to go to that interaction that the group and the officials of multimedia and the family of Kwadwo Asare Champon had with the former president Jerry John Rawlings. Please just have another bite of it.
Nkrumah, while he was alive, he had his enemies. His enemies also saw him as an enemy to them. Yeah. Many years later, one ago, Madam Fathia, Nkrumah, the wife, Jana Kufuor, okra no coffee no Madam Fathia no coffee or this shana a kotodwem no more twem no alpha handkerchief towel no yes sir oh super ama Madam Fathia na yesu ye nyina na ya dinochi. Well, there is Kufuor to say, or any papa, yes, we are fire hanging, yes, we be. You know, Kufuor, the honor of fire speed, no, the tree hole next to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, no grave, no coffin, no, that's or the tree grave, no, the Madam Fathia will show. From that moment, that national monument that we built to honor that man became a family graveyard. You see how his grave was desecrated? Mills Mu, John Mu, you have chopped into the man's name. Now, but you said, what did fire? One Nkrumah. Look at what his enemy pretended, so and so and so and so. Now, desecrate his national monument. You get it? Sani Kanyama, Muntiasia. Yeah, we were Mwamunim, Philip. And you're fair. Minawati, and you're fair. Compound is big. You could have dug 101 holes and put Madam Fathia also there. Build a 3 times the story building monument. You did not have to do that under the same monument under which Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was. It fooled all of you.
A friend of mine just sent me a message, Papa J, Jerry be too much. Well, let's look on. It's because the story is on the front page of the Daily Dispatch, so we just decided to do a recap. We generated all this, so it's on the front page. What do you say? Well, let's look at the Business and Financial Times. MMDA's budget to be ready in January as Parliament approves, apparently, 359 million Ghana cedis for local government ministry. We also have Free Zones Board targets $5.4 billion in exports in 2018. It's a good one. And inflation inches up slightly ahead of festive season. And then after, it goes more. Yeah, that's how usually the trend is as far as our economic observations are in terms of how economy tends to, and there are good reasons for that. And so that's why we have all these indicators. Okay. All right. We also have on the back page of the paper Silver Star, that's the Business and Financial Times. Silver Star Autos to launch Mercedes AMG. Charlie. Okay, for the latest, in this case, a drone. If you don't have money, you say medicine no good. Medicine. Charlie. CJ Swazin IRMPG, and that is the Institute of Risk Management Professionals Ghana, IRMPG. What an acronym. Okay, so that's it. Now let's go to the online portals and try to look at the stories that we have. We first have to go to myjoyonline.com, and we have leading stories on the front, on the main page or the home page. Let's go to leading stories. Okay. Ghana Beyond Aid is a call to action, not end to donor support. MP defense. MPP MP for Sekendi constituency, Andrew Ijapamesa Bobo, as it's called. That's as his nickname says. It is wrong to interpret Nana Akufo-Addo's vision of Ghana Beyond Aid to mean an immediate end to donor support. All right. So we have Al Smith. That's Gary Al Smith, a white man in a black skin. Sudan. No, it's not Sudan. Zidane refuses to sell Benzema in January despite poor form. Oh, Gary Al Smith. He's an analyst for Real Madrid. No knockouts this Christmas. Oh, yesterday I just heard them playing some more. Police say the thing has already been imported into the country. They are selling it already. So what happens to those that have been sold? Would you be in the houses where they are? Preempt. Be proactive. Our mafia sues Attorney General Minister over plans to create traditional councils in Anglo. And this is what it is. It says the Awo mafia of the Anglo traditional area, Togbu Isiri III, has sued the Attorney General and the Minister for Chieftaincy over alleged attempts to create two traditional councils in Anglo. He says that they are resisting with all the force they can have. Deal secured for construction of West Africa's first vaccine factory in Ghana. Yeah, bro. Meningitis na yeah bre. Swine flu na yeah bre. Common viral bacteria problems na yeah bre Africa. Adding 24% budget cut for information ministry likely to affect operations of GCB others. Right, and somebody said GCB, it's GBC. Somebody said GCB, it's GBC. Correct it. So the decision by the government to reduce the 2018 budgetary allocation to the information ministry from 141 million Ghana cedis to 107 million Ghana cedis has triggered sharp criticisms from MPs. All over the world. I believe state broadcasters and their budgets are being cut down to size. It's because of the competition for resources. Congestion at senior high schools exposes students to meningitis. Ghana Health Service. This is serious. Congestion at senior high schools across the country has been identified as a key factor that exposes students to meningitis. Government will come for criticism. We'll discuss this. Hey, it's a big problem. Now let's go to the last story and then we'll sift through it says, sit up. We are losing our next generation. Muntaka tells Health Ministry. Yeah, it's like they are not proactive, Bisa. Now I'm just hearing some news. I don't want to mention it. School in the water region. I say, yes, baby, tragedy, BSC. I mean, person me body, But look, they said Timpani senior high school student becomes latest victim of campus disease scourge. Death toll nationwide hits 8. And this morning I'm hearing some from Volta Regional Capital area, Muhono. It's not a good thing. Okay, let's go. Let's scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Let's see. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Let's see. We have other stories there. Please, we have videos there too. All the videos, they are on our YouTube channel. So please log on to YouTube. Usually now we have apps. So log on to YouTube. Search for My Joy Online TV. And then we have Group 1's dubious NLA contract for Kojo Graham investigated. Very soon we'll be speaking to the NLA boss on a year under review, so you have no problem. We'll ask some of these critical questions for you, our great audience of the AM show. Now let's go down, Next story. NSS makes U10 insurance policy now optional. Nobody turn it. Next story, we have Boko Sectech student dies from meningitis, 6 hospitalized. Hey, what is happening? Chaos. So. GBC must disclose proceeds from 2016 election. Mensa. And now let's go up. Infectious disease centers needed in northern, southern zones. Oh, Ghana. They have doctorate, professorship. They have this thing from Harvard, from this one. Ghana. Still, that's the problem we have. Their classmates are in US doing good work, but when they come to Ghana, post. Money. They also have other stories there. Charlie, Uncle, Africa page. Now let's see how it goes. Let's see. Africa page of the BBC. Let's look at what story is there. I hope Ghana doesn't hit a line Africa page. Okay. Congo and Semno don't so Ghana the you know. This is how it is. DR Congo jailings for man's child rape. Campaigners say the life sentences are a sign that impunity for sexual violence is ending. And apparently in Nigeria, a Nigerian woman tried to sell her twins for money. Hey, your own pickings. You won't sell them. Why now? Double court blow for South Africa's Zuma. The president loses 2 cases and is forced to set up a corruption inquiry and pay legal fees. Africa highlights are indicating there are orders in Zimbabwe for land squatters to leave. Those who are squattering on lands not theirs are supposed to leave. The reform that is coming to Zimbabwe after the turmoil under President Robert Mugabe. Now we have Zimbabwe's special Christmas tree, and then we have other stories there. Because we know there's a completion of the African Champions League draw and all that. Egypt singer jailed over banana video. Please, let's look at the Egyptian singer jailed over banana. I love Egyptian music. I know of Amir Diab and a couple of. Let's look at Egyptian singer. Who is he? I don't. Oh. Go up, Shaima. This is one of the latest. Go, oh no, up. Let's go. Please go down. Yep. In the video clip, you use a banana. Egypt, almost accepted so. Islamic, no. You know, if it was Ebony, would be free. You know, Beyonce free. Egypt, yes, jail straight. So a court in Egypt has reportedly jailed 2 years a singer who appeared in a music video in her underwear. 1. While suggestively eating a banana or tafre no Egypt yes and no go jail. So that's what really happened. But we're coming to you from the digital address 0993341. Very easy. Just in case you don't know your digital address, it means that you don't have the app. So go to the App Store or also Play Store if you're using Android, and then download the Ghana Post GPS. You have a great user experience. But if you've had that experience, make sure you share those with us on Facebook. JoyNews on TV is where we also stream live, and through our Twitter handle at JoyNews on TV. We're also live though through our YouTube channel, My Joy Online TV. Remember, this Saturday we're laying to rest our own Kwejo Asari Bafwe Champon Kaba, and it will be from 8 a.m. at the forecourt of the State House. Join us live during Saturday too.